I'm here today to talk to you about auditioning for the Australian Youth Orchestra programs coming up in the next few years, and what we expect of you woodwind players and you might expect of us in an audition. My first National Music Camp audition was many years ago, and it actually still to this day was one of the highlights of my life as a bassoon player, going to that National Music Camp, because for the first time I got to meet players from all around Australia. I grew up in Western Australia and studied in Western Australia and worked in Western Australia, and I got to meet people from all over Australia who also played the bassoon and obviously every other instrument as well, and I have made friends for life from those National Music Camp days. During the audition you might be asked not to play some of the excerpts because we might be running out of time. Don't take that as you've done really badly and we just want to get you out of there. That's not the case at all. It's just that we might be running out of time. You have a set of excerpts and an own choice piece. Your own choice piece needs to show us exactly what you can do on the instrument. Don't choose something that's technically fiendish that you think you might pull off on the day. Play a piece that shows you to your best advantage. Shows us what a wonderful sound you have, how technically secure you are, how your intonation is stable, how your musicianship is. All of these things we take into consideration. When it comes to the orchestral excerpts, take time to hear them in your head before you play. 20 seconds of you standing there thinking about things feels like an eternity to you. It feels like, oh wow, they're waiting for me. But you can't just put the instrument in your mouth, turn the page and just go, oh, hang on. Like that. You need to take time. You really need to take time to identify the character of the piece or the change in mood of the piece that you are playing. So remember to listen to a lot of recordings of very good orchestras, Australian orchestras, overseas orchestras, but reputable orchestras playing the excerpts in the context of the orchestra. It is vitally important that you have a lesson with your teacher as well. When you come to the audition, if you're a clarinet, bassoon, oboe or reed player of such, make sure that you have a very good reed and a very good backup reed as well, because once again we have to take you in the light that we see you. Now also, if you're a bass clarinet, English horn, cor anglais or contrabassoon player, it is vital for you to make sure that you have good reeds and the instrument is warmed up before you go in. You've probably played the bassoon for many years and you haven't played the contrabassoon or the doubling instrument as much as you have your principal instrument. However, you still need to warm it up and everything, because that's another way of getting in to National Music Camp. Perhaps your bassooning skills might not be the best for that time. You might have a lot of other players who are a bit more advanced, but you might be able to get in on the doubling instrument because you make a great sound on it and you seem to be in control of it. Once again, we usually put in excerpts that show us, will give us a general idea of what you are capable of. The Australian Youth Orchestra and National Music Camp can help you with doubling instruments in each city by sourcing and locating instruments so you can practice on them if they're not available to you or you don't have one of your own. So do get in contact with the office when you apply and say you would like to apply on the doubling instrument but you don't have an instrument, and I'm sure they'll be able to help you out with that. In an audition, nerves take over sometimes. That's understandable. We panel members understand that. It's vital that you keep on going if you make a mistake. Try not to stop and say, can I do that again? If you get through the rest of the excerpt, the panel will say to you again, would you like to play that again? Or sometimes they will have heard enough of what we are looking for you just to go on with the next excerpt. So, for example, let's use an excerpt, and I'll try and make a mistake and try and keep on going. For example, the opening of The Rite of Spring. So I purposely played a wrong note, but still kept on going. The panel have every right to ask you again, would you like to play it again? So you've already made a mistake, but refocus, take some time, think, I'll do it again, and get it right this time. Or do your best. So that's pretty much how we go for the audition. Remember to be in tune, in time. Remember to be on time for the audition as well. Arrive about 20 minutes early at the latest, because we might be running early on the day. Even if we're running late, that's more advantageous for you because you've got more time to warm up. But make sure you're there in time. People who I work with now in the profession are people that I've met through National Music Camp. It's a wonderful experience where you will meet lifelong friends and like-minded people. You can play chamber music with people, you can get together and say, hey, let's play this piece. It's so much fun and it's a great time, and you get to play amazing pieces with fantastic conductors. Best 2 weeks of my life is National Music Camp every year, and doing the Australian Youth Orchestra and travelling throughout Europe and travelling around Australia. Amazing times, amazing orchestral experience.